Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 16 of this 30-day Authentic Life Challenge. I am Tanya E, and today we are going to have a conversation about success. Everybody wants to be successful. Being successful means that you're important. Being successful gives you value. Being successful for a lot of people means you're knowing your purpose, you're operating in it, and you are doing your thing. But what happens for those of us that don't feel like we're there? How do you get there? What do you do? A lot of people think that I'll be successful once I have, pick a number, some astronomical number of money that finances $1 million here or the big house there. None of that really means that you're successful. The way that you get to success is managing what you already have. If you are able to manage the small stuff, then it will position you to get that level of success that a lot of people are looking to have. There's this principle that says, what you do with little, you will do with a lot. And a lot of people are not paying enough attention to the fact that they are not managing what they already have. I share with my clients often that if you want to get to your best financial position, then you need to create a financial plan that gives you insight to where every penny you make goes. Yes, I said penny, and yes, I mean penny. You need to know where your pennies are, because if you manage the small stuff, then you are positioning yourself for when greater comes. If you are having difficulty managing a penny, how would you manage $1 million, $1,000, whatever that looks like? You have to put together a financial plan to be better established with what's going on with your money, if money is what you desire to have to be successful. And when I'm talking about a financial plan, really simple, everyone. It's a budget. Put together a budget. You probably heard it 1,000 different times, but there's a meaning to it. There's a reason for it. And if financial success is what you're looking to achieve, then you need to implement it. I also hear a lot of people say that they want to have a house. If you want to have a house, well, how are you managing where you live now? What are you doing with what you currently have? If you live in an apartment, treat your apartment like it's gold. Make certain that it feels like you are the one that's totally responsible for every single thing. And I'm not just talking about your apartment building. Your apartment itself. I'm talking about including the external parts of your building, supporting your neighbors. If you in a neighborhood or in an environment where you see something that needs to be done, do it. My grandmother would often say, if it needs to be done and you see it, then you're responsible for getting it done, which often got on my nerves because she would give us a broom to sweep the entire block. I'm like, Grandma, we live in the middle of the block. Why do I have to start at the end of one corner and go all the way down to the end of the next? Her statement to me was, if you want to do better in life, then you need to start by making where your life is now better. It is difficult for you to think that you have a phenomenal life if your neighborhood, the street that you're walking down, has trash and stuff all over the place. That gives you an internal mindset that it doesn't really matter. And then eventually your behavior will start to show it doesn't really matter. So if you really want to have greater, do better, have more, then manage what you have. Act as if you are the owner and responsible for it. If you're living with someone, treat that space and that place as if it is your own. Clean up without being asked. Do repairs as needed. If you see that there's some support that whoever you're living with needs to have, provide it, or make certain that they get it. When you show you are responsible, then things will start showing up for you. If you show that you are not managing things well, stuff will always fall apart. You'll be forever in a position where one thing will go well today and something will fall apart tomorrow. Has that ever happened to you? It happens because you're not managing things well. And it doesn't have to be a great managed piece, like I said earlier. The principle says, what you do with little, you will do with a lot. So start by the one thing that you really would like to have now. If you want to have more money in your bank account, because if you were like I was at one point, had more month at the end of your money, your job did not pay you enough to put you in a position to do better, but you also weren't managing the little bit of money that you had coming in. When I was deliberate about looking at where every single penny went, I managed my money better. As I started managing my money better, it gave me a mindset to look at other things in my life. There were some skills that I could have honed to make myself into a better position, which I started doing. There were a few things that was in my home at the time that I didn't need that I sold that helped me get to a better position. I started being more strategic about where I was moving, what I was doing with my time, and how I was managing it. While I was busy managing the small things, it gave me insight to manage other things that maximize my life in a whole lot of other ways. So if you truly want to be successful, then you must manage what you have. So day 16, success means managing the little so that you can have a lot. If you want to continue to join me on this journey, join me on Zoom because this is where the conversation is going to take place next. You can go to my website, tanyaehood.com, to register. I look forward to seeing you. And in the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose, and I want you to do the same.